Testing everything, making sure everything works out. It's your girl Frankie Baby Fantastic. We about to go live. I want you to invite a friend. Call your good homeboys, your good homegirls, and tell them to get in here. We got some good, powerful stuff for you entrepreneurs, independent, high-level thinkers. All right? Let's go. I'm just setting up, getting my shares on, letting you guys know I'm in the building. In the room, whatever you want to call it. I just need you in here. We got Winston Dramatic from the Winston Dramatic Show. He rocking with me today. Well, he rocked with me last night. You know my shows are pre-recorded. It's the way it got to be. It's a one-man band right here, right now. Not for long. I am hiring. Come on in this room, y'all. Like and share. Like and share. Okay, yeah, I gotta do that later. Let's go. It's your girl Frankie Baby Fantastic. Let's get it up in here, y'all. We got a good show for y'all. Looking out for all the entrepreneurs. You know how I do. That's what it's about, man. Us helping each other. Let's get it up in here, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta change my titles. My bad. Let's go. And change this up a little bit. We talking business. All right, we about to start the show. 1 second. Promise. Let's go. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yo. It's your girl, Frankie Baby Fantastic. Welcome to the Frankie Baby Fantastic Show. Now, if you would be so kind as to like and share, y'all. Y'all know I'll get that off right in the beginning. I got a good show for y'all today. I got my man Winston Dramatic on the show today. Hold on, let me get fresh for y'all real quick. You know how I like to get fresh. Let me get fresh real quick. Let me get fresh. Let me get fresh on them one time. See if this works out. Yeah, as this works out, can you hear me? There it is. We got fresh. It's your girl Frankie Baby Fantastic. Welcome and join. Like and share. This here video is gonna be dope today. I had Trenton's own Winston Dramatic on the show last night, and I'm gonna tell you, I rendered the video. It was so long. Not the video, but rendering these files. They take forever. And I did it last night. And I woke up this morning. It was 30%. I was like, man. And how I render in 4K. So they could be real crisp. This particular video isn't in 4K. Still good quality. But so we had a good talk last night. And I want you guys to hear it. And Winston Dramatic is Trenton's prince, man. He's all over the town. And I wanted to hold him up because he's a guy that I admire, and he influences me a lot. So this show today is going to be about how to recognize entrepreneurs. Excuse me. Okay. I saw a video. What's inspired me to do this topic today was yesterday I saw a video of this kid, this young boy, man, and he was crying his butt off. Let me see if I can find the video. His parents, did you guys see that video? Let me know in the chat if you've seen that video. His parents, apparently he must have been bad at school or whatever have you, and he got his hair cut off. And they filmed it. Now, people, I know we're doing stuff like this a lot. That's not really my point. I'm trying to find the video. Maybe I should, because I don't want to be traumatized again. But the point is, some of these kids aren't even, the teachers aren't reaching these kids. And they're moving around. They're busy a lot in school. I was one of those kids. I was always busy. I was been in trouble most of my life, kicked out the house routinely starting at 12 years old. But the point of the matter is, I ended up traveling across the world, doing business and all that other stuff. That's what was missing. The teachers aren't reaching these kids. Some of these kids are leaders. You know what I'm saying? And they're not beat for your ABCs. So we have to find another way to start reaching this type of energy and these young entrepreneurs, because that's what they are. That's what I call them. You feel me? So I'm going to start this show. All right. Yeah, we're gonna start this show, y'all. Let me just get something up real quick. I want to start it with this here, if you don't mind. Let me start it with this here. Since we got Trenton native on the show today. You guys know I interview entrepreneurs. That's what I pride myself in doing. I am an entrepreneur, and I like interviewing entrepreneurs because I believe that's how we motivate our folks. You know what I'm saying? We motivate people by showing them what we can do. You know what I mean? And far too often we're working other people's jobs. That's all I'm saying. So here we go. We're going to start the show. Let me give you this first, all right? See, here we know that champions do not become champions when they win the event, but in the hours, in the weeks, in the months and years that they spend preparing for it. The victorious performance itself, it's merely a demonstration of their championship character. You're not a champ because you are the strongest or the best. You are a champion because you refuse to give up. Yeah, we know about champions.
5:04 and a new American record. If you have been an American fan of the 800 meters for a long time and wondering, when will we see somebody capable of dominating the world in the 800?
Trenton makes, the world takes.
She's here, she's 19, and her future could not be brighter. A thing more.
We celebrate our champions. Congratulations. That's right. A thing mo. She's Trenton native. You know, no one asked me to do that, but hey, we celebrate our heroes. That's what we do. And that's what I'm about to do right now. I'm about to celebrate one of my heroes, man. And I hope you guys enjoy the show. I'm going to let you know the run of show here. First, I'm going to go into, I got to give a little education and a little motivation for these up-and-coming entrepreneurs and just people who need a little motivation in regards to their business anyway. So I'm going to start off with a little information about business first, and then I'll go into Winston Dramatics in my show. Winston Dramatic and I don't know, English, whatever. I mean, it's an equivocal language, it's meant to deceive and misrepresent. But anyway, I digress. Let's get on with this show. It's your girl, FrankieBabyFantastic. Sit back, roll up something, get your food, get your snacks. You know what I'm saying? Get your pen, your pad, because you're going to write down some business ideas. We like to bubble it up, keep conjuring up these great ideas, because that's what we are. We are leaders, guys. And it's time to uncover that soot. You know what I'm saying? Wipe off that soot and let that thing shine through and be fantastic. Let's go.
Better get low.
Frankie Baby Fantastic.
Lights, camera,
Rolling.
action.
你好臭咩？好臭冇 fucking 用㗎，出嚟行講勢力，講單位。
Quick entrepreneurial question. But anyway, what does the term entrepreneur mean? Someone who works for a large corporation, someone who starts and run their own business, someone who invests in stock and bonds, or someone who works for the government. A, B, C, D. Let me know. We'll get the answers at the end of the show. All right, let me start this. Now, today's topic is how to identify entrepreneurs. An entrepreneur is someone who starts and runs their own business venture. Some traits that may indicate someone is an entrepreneur include a strong drive to succeed, willingness to take risk, creativity, adaptability, and a passion for their work. Additionally, entrepreneurs often possess strong leadership and problem-solving skills, and they are able to identify and capitalize on opportunities. Failure to identify entrepreneurial skills can hinder an individual from achieving their entrepreneurial goals. Now, if you fail to do these things, man, if you fail at trying to uncover these entrepreneurial gifts and fail to cultivate this thing, you're gonna be bitter. Trust me. Remember the mad rapper? That's what he was. Man, I'm John Blaze in that. I'm more John Blaze than that. Failed opportunist. You failed opportunity. You know what I'm saying? He's bitter. So failing to develop your entrepreneurial mindset can lead to several consequences. And here are a few. Missed opportunities. Entrepreneurial skills help individuals identify and take advantage of opportunities. Without these skills, individuals may not be able to see or capitalize on the opportunities. Lack of innovation. Entrepreneurial skills foster a culture of innovation and creativity. Without these skills, individuals may not innovate, and their business or project may not be competitive in the market. Inability to manage risk. Entrepreneurship involves taking risk. Without the skill to manage risk, individuals may be hesitant to take any action, or they may take unreasonable risk that leads to failure. They just procrastinate and sit on a couch. You're afraid to take risks. Limited growth. Entrepreneurial skills help individuals to grow their business and scale up. Without these skills, businesses may plateau or fail to meet their potential. You gotta have some plans on how to grow this thing. Set some plans for the future, near and far. Near future and far future. Financial instability. Everybody need that moolah. Entrepreneurships involve financial management skills. Without these skills, entrepreneurs may struggle with budgeting, financing, and managing their business finances, leading to financial instability. Failing to build these skills can lead to inability to grow, limited opportunities, limited innovations, limited financial stability. So let's try to make it fantastic. Here are some ways you can identify entrepreneurial skills, rather in your kid or in your loved ones, okay? Here's some ways to identify it. The creativity. Entrepreneurial individuals have a creative mindset. They are not afraid to step outside of their comfort zone and to pursue their goals. Leadership. Strong leadership skills are crucial in entrepreneurs as they guide their team towards achieving objectives. They must be able to inspire, motivate, and communicate effectively with their team. There's a kid on the playground. No, you go over here, you get this ball, and you play second base. Entrepreneur. Networking is a vital skill for entrepreneurs who need to build relationships with customers, suppliers, investors, and other businesses in their industry. Here are some steps you can take to cultivate those skills. Identify areas of interest. People should identify their passion and interest to develop an entrepreneurial mindset. It helps in selecting a business idea that aligns with their interests and skills. Learn from successful entrepreneurs. Studying successful entrepreneurs and their journey can provide individuals with valuable insight and knowledge that can foster entrepreneurial skill set. See, you might not need to reinvent the wheel, you know? Network. Build a professional network with other entrepreneurs. Professional and industry leaders can help in gaining valuable insight, information, and support.
We got to own shit so we can make the rules. We'll never, ever make the rules if we don't own nothing. I got to own. I don't know. I can't speak in any other language.
But here's the thing.
I only talk boss.
All right, folks, and I'm back. It's your girl, FrankieBabyFantastic. Now, this is I'm excited about. Let me remind you why I do this stuff. You know, small businesses usually have a disadvantage against the large competitors, these big name guys, you know. Excuse me. Let me pick up the pick. You know, that's very important with the fro. But that means, you know, they get more exposure. They get more exposure and they have more experience in the marketplace. So that's why this show was created for me. You know, I love entrepreneurs and I love being able to help lift our people that's doing great things. So that's a segue to bringing in this guy. Now, let me bring him in. Mr. Dramatic of the Winston Dramatic Show. Let's hear it for him, y'all. There it is. That's right. I got one with you.
Frankie show. What's happening?
What's happening, man?
Good you know, you. Good hearing from you. You know, always.
Yes, sir. It was important. You know, since I've been gone, I be on this. I promote entrepreneurial spirited people and things like that. But it was so important. Let me tell you first off, from me to you, that I've always looked up to you in your work, bro. Your grind. Yes, I've always. You know,
right.
It was so important for me, even back in the day, to let people know that, yo, this store, we should be supporting this store, yo.
That's right. You was there. You was definitely always there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an honor for me to have you here to help share some of your experiences with my audience. Okay?
Yes, I'm with it. Shout out to the viewers. Shout out to Frankie and the. You know what I mean? Give y'all the bell. That's my thing.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean?
I don't have no bell. That's for something else.
Was a bell. Yeah,
but it is. But you made me think that I do got one, and that is your call.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's your thing.
People, give everybody roses while they're here.
That's right.
That's what the shake of the bell means too.
Yeah. What's the bell? First of all, tell the people who you are and things like that. Give yourself a little intro.
I'm Winston Dramatic. From the Winston Dramatic Show out of Trenton, New Jersey. My show was aimed towards, and I can speak on it on here because this is your show, and it's about
bro, we family. Absolutely. Okay, you an independent person. That's why I'm doing this. Yes, absolutely.
It's all love. So, all right, boom. Mm-hmm. That specifically, that show was for like people that's from the city, this kind of movers and shakers, people that's trying to get up, people that's making certain moves, historians and all types of stuff from Trenton, New Jersey. So at a point when I came with that, not saying that nobody was doing it, but a lot of we didn't see it was crazy crime, crazy downfall, bad news in the newspapers, the news and the newspapers spread abroad, you know what I mean? And right. I just wanted to come out. It just was something in me to come out to be like, it's some good people here because I grew up here. You feel me? Right. We grew up here, so we know it's a lot of good families. Not only bad, it's a lot of bad, but it's a lot more good than they giving us out of this area. So absolutely, that's why I came up with the show, man, and show them, show the world what we have here. We still have great, phenomenal talent as well. Educated folks that's here. We have a lot of that here, and I've met a whole bunch of them. You know, I mean, different families, all that. It's not only messed up here. You feel me? So
right.
I come from that, man. I come from a good stock, man. I'm from the 70s. I'm out of Trenton, New Jersey. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I seen it when it was great. I seen it when it was greater because it was more factories here and more working families and small town. But I mean, most people would know each other out of hundreds of thousands of people. I'm sorry about that. That's my front door. Let me turn that off.
Go ahead, you got it.
Feel me? But Trenton was real was a nice place to be. It was a lot of it wasn't a lot of killing going on. It was hand-to-hand fights earlier, and that's how we have we used to have some of the best professional boxing here. You know what I mean? We used to have a lot of different sports. Everybody that grew up here grew up in the sports. You know what I mean? But it was a manufacturing town. Now it's just state, mainly based off state workers here. So it is a lot of great people here. So we want to highlight the great people as much as we can here out of Trenton, New Jersey. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you clear.
Okay.
You good. Go
Yeah,
ahead and do
good.
your thing.
I'm working on this camera here. I don't want to go to this other camera, but that's exactly, now people can understand exactly why I wanted to get you, why it's important that I have you on this show, and
Absolutely.
why I always looked up to you, because you didn't ask anybody permission. You feel me? You doing what you're supposed to do, what was put in your heart to do. And I salute you for that. You feel me? I salute you for that.
I mean, let me ring the bell, because also, even with you too, you as well. When I was in the business before this one, man, when you saluted us with I still got it too. I got it right here. I would take it down and show the world. Us a plaque, man. Her and a few others put together a function where they would give their flowers to people who they think is in a downtime too, because the city was in a downtime. It wasn't as high. It wasn't as high as where we coming from, like in the 80s and all that other stuff. You know, family orientated. It started really breaking down. But she came and gave me a plaque, and I was like, "Damn, what's this?" At first, I was like kind of offended, and I was like, "Why would you just out of the blue?" But as time went on, I'm like, "Yo, that shit was beautiful." My heart cried. Then after that, my father passed, and my heart really cried after I looked at that plaque. So I keep it everywhere I go, wherever I put all my trophies and whatever they, you know what I mean, accolades or whatever somebody give me. It's a part of it, man. And she thought out of her heart, out of her mind, from somewhere she's seen, and she said, "Oh, you deserve this. Y'all deserve this." So the whole store got it on her account. You know what I mean? And the whole group's account, and they thought of us in there. And that's something that Trenton represent. And at a certain point, it just was so much grime that people just be like, "Yo, you can't believe if you see something good." You know what I mean? You can't believe if you see something good. So when I see that on social media, the people be like, if something good it's a problem, because things been happening so bad for so many people for so many years.
Right, absolutely.
I kind of understand it now, but it's really rude to in your heart disrespect something that's giving you something on a blessing. Like, it's really disrespectful to the universe and everything else. You gotta be one with the world and the universe. You know what I mean?
Right.
On a good note, not only a bad note.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because it's good and bad out here. It's good and evil, but
yes, sir,
a lot of good as well as evil. You know what I mean?
Yes. And shout out to Cliff for that.
Cliff,
you
Mr.
know,
Cliff. Yeah.
And one thing I got from him on doing that, it's important that we celebrate our heroes and give our roses to them. Because that's us against the mainstream. That's what they do. Right. When somebody passes away, they hold, they do some things out here. They even got their own channels for this stuff. Right. They get all the followers. It's all about checks and balances for them. But if we want to celebrate our heroes and the people that's doing it, we do it now so they can see it, and those kids can see us doing that. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah. So
you feel me?
It's like planting good seeds. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like it's a real good thing, man. I just think it was real beautiful, and I'm like, yo, she deserved a damn plaque for that. her and Cliff and them, they deserve a plaque for that. Like, yeah, y'all deserve an honor for that as well, because y'all think of people. That means you're not selfish.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Right, absolutely. That's how we pay it forward. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you a few questions. One, I don't know if I said it, but thank you. I appreciate your time. You
no doubt, man.
Time
I do it for you, man. You know, just for that great gesture in my lifetime. You know what I mean? Yeah, let her rock. Like, so I'm gonna rock with her.
All right, I mean? So let's talk about it. You used to interviewing people. It's good to have you on the other end.
Other side, absolutely.
Yes. What inspired you to start business? Tell me a little history. Like, how did this entrepreneurial spirit start in you?
All right, and really, I probably didn't have it as much as a kid, but I kind of grew up into that. You know what I'm saying? I kind of grew up into in Trenton. It was a certain time in Trenton, New Jersey. It was a certain time where most people would grow or be into. Well, in the '80s, it would be like maybe the hustle and bustle. You'll work a full-time job, but it was crazy hustlers here, like crazy, a lot of hustlers. So I kind of got into that through my family. Like we would own grocery stores. My father would own a grocery store. He had a mechanic shop, a grocery store, and I was a kid going to school. You know what I mean? At the same time, I would play a little sports. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say major because I probably would be in one of the leagues right now, but or retire from the league, one of the leagues. But I was playing a little sports because that's how the town came up, right? That's how the city came up. Everybody had to be most likely into sports. So from there, my family setting is what put me in the mindset of doing business. You know what I mean? Doing a little business, little selling some. Well, my grandmother actually is not my father. My grandmother always had like a little storefront where she sold little food, little because she had a farm, so she would sell like oranges, tomatoes, and I seen it from there. Then my father did it as he came up. He started selling like, yo, get what you think it'll sell. And with my age and what I seen, I might have seen a little different than what they seen because they were older people.
Right.
I'm like, all right, this is the new thing, and I would go to wherever the wholesale spots was and come back and we would stretch it. You know what I mean? Oils, incense, different foods and stuff like that.
How old were you during this time?
I had to be young. I had to be like 12 years old. I had to be like 12, 13 years old. You know what I mean? 12. You know what I mean? 12. The same time I was going to school. You know what I mean?
Right.
12, 13 years old. I was in school, and 13 I would do that stuff, like go buy stuff cheap all the way until it came up into my older age.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it jumped off about in the 80s.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was kind of family driven. It was like my whole family would do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I can't, you know what I mean? It wasn't nothing that just came out of nowhere. And then my family, along with others, like, you know what I mean? I bumped into like a DJ Ox, my guy DJ Ox. You
That's
know what I mean?
cousin, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I ain't want to say that because it's gonna seem biased if I say it on here.
Nah, it's all good. I didn't know it back then, but go ahead.
Because when he found out, he told me too, and both y'all, I'm talking to both y'all separately, and both y'all like, oh shit, that's my cousin. Then y'all spoke in the store, and it was beautiful. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm seeing all this stuff.
Right.
I'm seeing different, not just that case. I'm seeing other cases. That's my homie. You feel me? She be coming fly with me, so I'm bumping into, and they like, yo, I ain't know that's my real cousin, and I'm just like, yo, so I'm growing into seeing this before, you know, a lot of other guys. So that's a beautiful thing, yo. So I'm like, I'm at a God level because what I'm seeing,
right.
I feel you know what I mean. That's a real high godly level to see that. So boom, I had with him, he grew up doing it to try to stay legal and legitimate. You feel me? So I seen him move certain amount of things. You know what I mean? And so boom. Then I had him, and then I had others with me. I had another friend named Nate OG. Me and him would take trips, and we was coming up doing that. So we'd buy tapes, come back and sell it. Ox would come with CDs, tapes, and we come back and sell it. You know what I mean? And then a part of the whole town was keeping it legitimate on that type of note.
Right.
So that's kind of how I came up into certain business and learning like percentages and yo, get this much, and we're gonna make splits on this and that. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's how I kind of came up in it. My father, Nate OG, DJ Ox, and maybe a few others I'm not mentioning. And if I didn't mention you guys, please don't kick me. I mean, I'll probably find another way to mention y'all, give y'all a shot on another. You feel me?
Right.
So
that early experience is important.
Right.
Especially when you know the bad things hit the community. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? If you hadn't had that early experience, then you would you didn't have a fair start, basically.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. You're right.
You know, so what do you think the challenges have been? Like, cause those are good times where things, what do you think changed those situations? Yeah.
Okay. What changed
And
them was
how are you overcoming them now? Yeah, what changed everything? Bring me up
okay.
to speed.
All right, from those situations are a little different because the times change. At the time, it would what some of the struggles would be, you know what I mean? Some of the struggles in the beginning of it would be you'll have different people that's doing the same thing. So right there, the game is or the business is it's like, yo, you can have a majority of the people, but some people go to others. So that's kind of messing up the money to pay your bills right there. Okay.
Right,
So you got to be faster to find different objects before the other guy finds the different objects to sell. But once you get it, always remember you got to be looking for more on top of that, because soon as you get something, and if you get it early, somebody else is going to touch on to that, and then you're going to have to split that profit somewhere, whether it's a week or a month down the line. You're going to have to split it because they're going to get that product, right? So that's one of the market. Like if the market, whatever the market is in the neighborhood or in the city, you know what I mean? If somebody could come and break the market, they could buy 100,000 pieces and lower the market. You could be getting $20 for something, $40 for something a piece, and then somebody come and they like, yo, I'll give you this for $5, and it brings down the market, it mess up the whole market. So everybody wasn't really together on that note, right? They wasn't really together on the hustling note, on the working note, because it's not just hustling, you working to pay your bills, right?
That's right.
So and take care of who you have to take care of. So boom. So all right, if you got to get something that's really unique, you have to either create something or create something or buy something that could sell at a certain rate so you can stay on top. You know what I mean? Or enough things to keep you in business, right? So boom, that was mainly the challenges of and at the same time you have the state of the city is going down. You know what I mean? You got the state of the city going down. People don't want to come out where they can get hurt. You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't want to come out, and you can't blame a person to not want to come in areas where they don't want to get hurt at. So boom, that's one of the disadvantages. That's a few of the disadvantages that comes along with opening your own business. And that's in anything. If you're doing insurance, if you're doing just hand-to-hand items like Walmart, like if you're doing any type of business, say the car wash business, insurance business, even in death, like the funeral business as well, you're gonna have other competitors. So if you're not together with them, then you can kind of run into a problem, because they're gonna hear the word over here, those people are gonna go back over there, and you know what I mean? That's a big disadvantage. It's probably a few more I didn't mention because I'm just running it down. You know what I mean? But through there you grow. And what opened me up to this, my thing now is more the podcast scene, like more of the because everything became social media. I'm coming from a studio business, like hand-to-hand selling items, to from a studio before all that, right? So I'm looking at like, yo, we could do this podcast thing, and it could keep my store window open through doing this podcast thing, right? So I deal with mainly people who I've been dealing with, who I've been doing business with, and I've been that have been buying product from me, because you don't want to shut off what you actually built for many years. You get what I'm saying? People die for this. You feel me? Die for what I'm left to do. You feel me? So I break into the podcast business. You know what I mean? Use a few people that I know that have windows. So this is the meeting the meeting when I have all the shows with the different people, the meeting that I was having with putting them on live and all that other stuff with me is keeping their window open as well as keeping my window open.
Right.
So I bump into the podcast thing, bump into the bringing on candidates that's running for like mayor or any type of seat in City Hall. You know what I mean? You keep their windows open. You keep those type windows open so you can stay in business. So that's where I'm at right now, and doing like podcast and radio and stuff like that. It's still studio business. It's still studio, but keep it open. We keep the windows open for people to do their own independent business as well, even in a bad time. Even though money is crazy right now, and there's so many different stories, we try to keep it open. We try to keep somebody around with a window open to do their business, whether they're small, smaller, younger, can play some sport. So maybe some college can see them and pick them up, give them an education along with the basketball or baseball or football playing. You know what I mean? Or we do somebody who say make rap albums or whatever. Like they may make rap albums and that's what they want to sell. They want to stream. We try to keep the focus of the window. We try to keep the window open for them. You know what I mean? As well, and they're doing the same for me because we sharing people. Even if it's 3 people, say they have three loyal customers, we keeping the window open. So boom, I'm like, yo, I'll give you my 500 people, and I take your 3 people. Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. But if it's gonna give him a little look, he might get 40 people from my 500. 20, you know what I mean? So keep his window open. That's like opening and putting a person in a certain position. Like, yo, you got to handle it. Make your music, because that's your job, is to make the music. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Just give you an example on that. That's all. Like, I'm just giving you an example, but that's where it's at. That's the business that I came into right now. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. Because one of my questions was, how did you adapt to the changing of this industry and things like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fact. All right, I can even break into that because I had a studio background. With different people. I brought them some of them on my show. Raymond Earl from Instant Funk, you know what I mean?
Shout out to Raymond Earl,
DJ Juice, even DJ Ox, DJ Ox knew a lot of equipment and he knew that world. So I'm around these guys from young, YZ, Wise, Culture Freedom from Poor Righteous Teachers. You know what I mean? I had a lot of these guys on the show, Power A, Suicide Posse. These are earlier guys, and if a lot of people are into hip hop from Trenton or outside of Trenton, you might know of these guys that I just mentioned. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I was around, around. I would hear these guys, or some of them I would see them in the studio doing the thing as a kid. And I come up doing it. You know what I mean? Learn different machines and learn how to mess with the board, getting sound right. You know what I mean? Jump into the red so the buttons won't jump into the red. All types of technicalities. You know what I mean? So that's where I learned and transformed it into this stage of the computer world. Also, I gotta thank my brother Paul too. My brother Paul Mills. He's younger than me, but he was more technical in the computers more than I. You know what I mean? So
now y'all twins?
Nah, he's my younger brother, man.
Okay.
Younger brother. You know what I mean? So
all right, bet.
That's my younger brother.
Well, that's right. Shout out to the brother right there. I remember him, man.
Yeah.
I used to get y'all confused. I thought y'all was friends all the time.
Yeah, that's my younger brother. He like 6'10". I'm a shorter. I'm not short, but I'm a shorter guy.
Right.
I wish I had his height. I'd have been
Yo, man, I used to be just like real talk. I used to be out there trying to get it and do my thing. You know what I'm saying? And this is a good segue. And you guys, I loved you guys because I always felt, you feel me? You know, it's hard, especially being a lesbian coming up in this game and from our city. But you guys always showed me love. Y'all used to laugh when I get y'all mixed up, but you always showed me love, right? But I'll tell you this. The last time I was in your studio, it was before I did that event called Meet the Beast. And this is who we was with. Shout out to Tony D.
Oh, yeah, you was in it. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
That was taken in your
Man.
studio in the back of the store.
Oh, that's so dope. Yep, I remember that too. Yeah, he would come in for record.
He was supposed to be a judge. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yep, that's what we were talking about. But
absolutely right.
Yeah, man, you did a lot for the community, bro, and I'm honored to be able to get you. If ain't nobody else got the interview, I got it. God darn
Let
it!
me ring the bell for that. Yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
How? Let me ask you this: what does the community needs? What do you need? If you had a microphone right now to tell the community, I need help with something or suggestions on how we can help you, and this is my way of helping and supporting you too, because even though I am from Trenton, I'm Trenton all day. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So how can we, and when I say we, I mean the Trenton community, the Mercer County community, help what you're doing? I appreciate that the fact that you're doing politics and music. You feel me? Nobody's covering that type of stuff. I like to cover the entrepreneurial lane. It's enough for all of us to get it. I don't like oversaturating the market, and we tend to do that a lot.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes. That's the thing that we do in town.
Right.
When we see one person do it, everybody do it.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you had, what can you say if you need the help from the community? Well, how can we help assist you in your mission?
All right. I don't know. It just come out of, it just come to me. You feel me? It just kind of come to me. So it's maybe a lot of things that I could think of that I should be asking for from the county. I mean, because it's not only a city thing, but it's a county thing. I think the whole county should put more certain empowerment behind certain figures that's pushing for certain things. I mean, I'm not even gonna say me myself, because that's this is my segment, but I don't want to just really box out like that.
You could. That's what it's for, bro. You could, because either way they're gonna get this information, and I'm pushing. You got this. Go ahead.
Absolutely. All right. So what I'm looking for mainly is here is maybe an entertainment, something dealing with entertainment, because that brings a lot of finance to the city. That brings a lot of finance to the city. It's a part. It's not only the only thing that brings finance to the city, but it's a part. And I see in other cities when I go there, they have entertainment segments, not only dance parties. I'm not talking about just parties and all that stuff. I'm talking about more of things that we need, like see how we have this chat right here, it's a whole company that would run the Restream studio. You get what I'm saying? It's a whole company that runs that. I think we should invite either if we don't have a lot of them now, invite a few companies to the city so we can get jobs, so our younger can get jobs and grow up into making those companies more futuristic, because that's what's here. The minds are futuristic. If you can put in place something that can make the mind futuristic, it can be more futuristic.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I mean? So if we need more companies, you know what I mean, to give jobs to be able to live in this up and coming the living, like the expensive living. You know what I mean? This more is coming forward, because it's different cities is crazy expensive. Here it's gonna get that way. If it's not already that way, it's gonna get that way. And then we won't be made or looked at as beggars at anybody's gate. If you put certain things in the area, invite, if the mayor or whoever can, the county, if they can invite certain industries into the city, you know what I'm saying? Like certain big industries into the city, then it can change things. You know what I mean? Because a few 100, 200, 300 jobs, 50 jobs here, 30 jobs, that works for the city, because you're replenishing what was here, which was factories, right? So you put back in place, and that's how you would make Trenton win again, if you invite the future here.
That's
what I mean?
That's right.
You know what I mean? Not just manually, but those jobs as well. Those are good as well. Those not bad jobs, but give the future. Let's go into the future.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Let's step into the future. So that would be my main thing, is to invite Restream. I'm talking about the company. You know what I mean? So
no doubt. No
and
doubt.
different companies like that. You know what I mean? Technology companies, and
Right.
go forward, man. You hire a
Right.
couple of people. You know what I mean? If the state could do it,
Well,
you know what I
go
mean?
ahead. Go ahead.
Go on.
Yo,
Talk.
so listen, right? So here's the crazy part about that stuff. So these companies now, they do shit like, I actually do one for, it's a company called Canva, where I do a lot of my editing stuff.
Right.
And Walmart is doing it, and Amazon is starting to do it, where they can outsource their shit.
That's
And
right.
they like, here, you want to do commercials, or you could sell, they
Yes.
could sell their product on your platform, right?
That's right. Right.
So what's happening is big companies are no longer caring about that type of stuff. Because at one time they used to want to look good for a company, how they look. You feel me? To look like they're caring about communities and things like that.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know what that looked like. I'm not shooting it down, but I believe that now I'm always in the ring. I'm putting my hat in the ring to help my community anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I would use my thing is entrepreneurship. If you had the opportunity, if you had, like you said, you could bring Restream in, but there's people that do this stuff already. Like me, if I was there, you know what I'm saying? You can still have these conversations, but there's editors in Trenton. There's people who do stuff. So what does that mean? We need incubators. And it's funny because that's the name of the show, how to recognize entrepreneurs and entrepreneurial minded, spirited people.
Absolutely.
And if we don't cultivate those things, it dies. So,
Absolutely.
you know, they're going to need the resources. They're going to need the opportunity. Those are things you're talking about. Build a supportive community to help foster those things. You feel me?
Yes.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that.
I
In
mean,
any way that my company could be helpful in anything. If that means doing an hour tutorial so kids younger can get to learn some stuff, because I didn't know this stuff when I didn't learn this stuff in school. You know what I mean?
I know. None of us actually did, because after our time, maybe it didn't grow after our time. You know what I mean? Or because you're not too far from me graduating college. You get what I'm saying? So but a little bit after us, you know what I mean? It became bigger. You get what I'm saying? And it can be entrepreneurs, but we also need a support. We need a support system in the city to futuristically, you know what I mean, which is kind of hard to get to from the place that we at right now. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to get there from but it's so much vacant land and it's so much here that you can build on, and it probably will never be the city that we once had it. Like, this was the city, this, that, and the third. What happened in the 80s or 90s, you know what I mean? It probably won't, but we got to look forward, and the kids we got to bring the children as well forward. So they might not see what you've seen. You get what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
It's perfectly all right. Like, it gotta be perfectly all right, because if not, we're gonna be stuck in one set.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we want to move forward. We want to move forward. You know what I mean? By all means, we want to move forward. And we don't really want to step on people's back to get up. Like, we don't want to move like that. We want to move forward, and you still have some remnants of what you just moved through.
Right. You want to have some say, because life is going to happen anyway. You want to have some say in it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And we definitely deserve that. And how do people book on your show? What's going on with that? Let's talk about how they get on your show.
They inbox me. They just inbox me. Either I have a relationship with them, or they'll just inbox me, and I'll just be like, yo, all right, I think it's dope. Like, if it's a dope idea, you know what I mean? I usually do it. Like, if it's dope and they from the area, I usually do it. If it's just some things are just dope, you'd be like, yo, that I can do thousands. I could do every day. I probably could do like a different person, because it's a different type of character, personality that comes around every single day that I seen for many years. You know what I mean? Some are crazy funny, some are serious. But they can inbox me. They usually just inbox me. Some may call me, but some inbox me and just be like, yo, what's up with this? But they had to put it through me like it's a dope idea, because everything I don't think is dope. I just don't think it, and it's I gotta do it like that, because it's gonna bend me. Like, I found myself just in certain conversations, I get tired. Like, I get tired mentally of even speaking on, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Yo, I had people that came on that was there'd be politics and they'll keep going in circles and circles and the same shit. It's just the same thing. Pardon myself, but it's the
No, you
same
good.
same thing. And I'd be like, yo, it's kind of beating me up now. Once you get your word out, you can maybe say it once, twice, and then let's be out. You feel me?
Right,
But
right.
yeah, I like dope shows. I like dope see how we together and we conversating.
That's
I like
right.
dope, yeah,
That's
dope
right.
shows, dope feelings, like dope shit, like dope conversations, and then we can move on to the next one. You know what I mean?
Right,
Couple
right.
shows, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say it because I'm a couple of shows I had with some of the musicians, man. Yo, we left down here because they would come down here and do it. We left down here off my phone, elevated, feeling like 100 feet high. You know what I mean? Like we elevated, man. And everybody would say it like, yo, that shit was dope.
Right, right.
Yo, you know what I mean? They
Right.
can feel it, and I can feel it. You know what I mean? So we want to make some dope. We want to do some dope things while we're here on Earth.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean? So,
That's right.
you know what I mean? That's how I kind of do my thing, man. It gotta just be some dope folks. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Dope,
I
no
feel
matter
that.
what they do, you know what I mean?
Right,
dope,
right.
Some dope acquaintances, something
Right.
dope. You know what I mean? Dope conversations, spiritual lifting feelings, and you know what I mean?
Right. I feel you.
Conversation, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's
how it's supposed to be, though. That's
you know
how
what I
it's
mean?
supposed to be.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Be empowering people, feeling empowered, and
Power. That's
you
right.
know, and it's unfortunate because, like, just kind of like every system, this stuff has been set up against us. So it's kind of hard for us to learn how to play together so we can all win. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then, you know, we get that rat race mentality, and that goes a long way. You feel
You're
me?
right.
Like, that comes from a long line of
Yes.
nonsense. Years.
Yes.
So,
Oh man, let me ring the bell for that.
yes.
Yes.
But let things like this be an example to those of how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
open up the gate.
Let's
Let's
be an
open
example.
it up. You know what I mean?
Right.
We tired of living the blocked off way. We want to open up. So, you know what I mean? And we don't want to be looked at or shunned. We don't want to be hurt. We don't want to, you know what I mean?
Right.
We want to be able to speak to a person. You know what I mean?
Right.
Each other. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Now, you don't have a set schedule for your show yet, right? Or do you?
Nah, not yet.
I like that. That's fine, because that's fine. I got this thing right here. So y'all listen, ring the bell, hit that bell, go check out the Winston Dramatic Show. Hit the bell at least so you'll be notified. That's what you got to do. Hit the bell.
Yeah,
man.
Y'all could get at Winston Dramatic on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, whatever social site. It's Winston Dramatic Mills, or you can email. If you have music as well, if you have music, you can send it to winstondramatic@yahoo.com.
Word.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I drop those in there too. Make sure I drop that in there. Yo, man, it's been you answered a lot of my questions. Hey, yo, can I ask you a question though about the store?
Go in.
Yeah, what happened with the store, and like how did all that go about? That was the first place I went to when I came to Trenton.
Yeah,
too.
I know. It was.
Yeah. As soon as I came off the plane, my little brother pulled right in there.
Right. Yep. They in there rocking. I was in there today. So what we did was with that, the people who was in there now, they was kind of like, we was kind of going down because we had a situation that happened in there when we were there. Mm-hmm. So what happened after that, you know, my father and we kind of knew these guys a little from shopping in the same places, because most corner stores or whatever convenience stores, you see them shopping in the same places unless they getting their products from a major warehouse distribution or something. So we kind of knew them, and the guys, they were like, oh yeah, they was real cool. They said, yo, you want to sell it? They was asking me and my family, do we want to sell it? We was like, nah, we really don't want to sell it. Right. You get what I'm saying? So then he was like, okay. He said, you want to rent it? He said, he said, yeah, you could rent it to me, man, because I understand you don't want to sell it. He said, you don't want to sell it yet because of, your person because of your personal like we holding emotions to it. And I'm
Right.
like, I was like, yo, it ain't that you know, it is because you work hard as hell in there for many
Right,
years.
absolutely.
And you see your family come up through there, and you see the neighborhood, you know, the neighborhood, you know what I mean?
Right.
The whole city come. So he said he would like to rent it from us. So we kind of did it. We kind of did that with him, you know what I mean? And we still own a building, but they own the business and they renting the business right now.
Okay.
My father also showed us that too, because it was people in there before in the 80s before that. So he showed us. So we still if everybody like, yo, they lost the store. I heard a lot of different things.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure you have. But see, I bossed up in there and I was like, whoa, what's
this?
going on?
A lot of people, trust me.
And then I asked him because behind this thing, because I ended up buying a sandwich, right? I said, who does Winston, you know, Dramatic?
What they say?
Yeah, he was like, yeah. I said, wait, y'all they don't own the store no more? He was like, yeah, they still own the store, right? Yeah. And I was like, because I'm only gonna spend my money on black stores right now. I thought he was trying to gas me up just to get my money.
Nah, he run with me. He been great with me for years. So he treat me good. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. I said, I'm all right. I'm gonna get the sandwich. Let him know I'll be back to check on him. Check to see if he in here.
Yep, thank you a lot. But yeah, I tell him, I'm like, yo, I send my people, take care of my people.
Yeah, man.
He do a good job. It's the best he can. You know what I mean? He do.
Right.
So yeah, support him if you could go around from time to time when you come home. You know what I mean? You can support him. He's pretty good. He still run with us.
That's what's up.
In a certain way, up until he ain't never tried a whammy. So you know what I mean. It's a part of business, but we got to know how to protect ourselves.
That's right. Now look, how boss is that, people? How boss is that? You feel me? You still own and you go ahead handle that for me.
Right.
That's
so
boss.
Other stuff.
That's ownership. That's real entrepreneurial thinking to free yourself up so you can still make bread and do other things. And look, he's doing it. That's boss right there, y'all. Shit, absolutely. Shout out to you, man, for that, man. Real talk.
Yeah,
real talk.
Shout them out too, but I also shout the community out. Really, it's the community that kept us.
Absolutely.
You feel me? Now this
already know.
It's them in there as well. Much respect and all that, but it's the community. So whenever I spit that, I miss the community. Of even being in there. People like, you miss it? Of course I do. I've been out there for, like a majority of my life. You know what I mean? It's the people who come in, and it's the smaller people that you think is so small. Not just you. I'm just saying the other people that would be like, yo, they nothing, they small, this, that, and the third. They are who made this little thing happen.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
And I mean, maybe to somebody else they might not be, but they're blessed to me. I'm talking about every hard rock. Every
right.
They belittle, you know what I mean, and all them struggles that came in building. You know what I mean? They're fantastic and they're great to me. You feel me?
Yeah, man. I did a show before and I'm still getting regular with my stuff. And it's hard, like as you know, producing these shows, especially when you ain't really got no team doing that. So I pre-record now,
you doing it right.
Yeah, and I did one and right across from you. It was something I do this thing where I have like little trivia. In fact, I was helping Nubia News when I was there. I was giving them a run of show and how they could bump up and produce. Shout out to Nubia News too.
Yeah. Shout out Nubia News. They had me in there. He had me in there like maybe a few years ago, 2 years ago. So I had a column in there. But
he's a pillar in the community, man.
Come in the store as well, they come in. So it's much love.
It's funny. My father was in there when they had the papers, for TAFA, and African American Firefighters Association. Yeah, my father was the vice president for that shit.
Give him that, man. Give him that. That paper been around since I've been playing Little League. Probably baseball, but they've been around, and they do need it need a certain look. It do need a look out. I mean,
and they bubbling back up, and it's the father. He's been doing that for years. So his son, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to it taking over. So they need support, y'all. Make sure y'all go check them out online too, and check their shows out. Hit the notification, the bell if you don't know what people are going on.
Online. He on Facebook, but what is .com, right?
Yeah, they got a .com. I'm gonna find it and put it and slide it
Yeah,
in here. But
yeah,
they
put it in the story. Yeah,
okay, yeah, and they actually have when they go live, you can get an alert. But they also put theirs on YouTube too after the
right,
show. They'll
absolutely,
upload. So I'll make sure I
absolutely,
drop a link for them. But
right.
about the production of the show. I forgot where I was going with that, but it was about the production, something about setting up the production of so the trivia. So
Uh-huh.
I was saying they should do a trivia. Well, this was a suggestion uh
Right,
about black excellence in Trenton back in the day.
that's
When
right.
you know what I mean? And when I was looking up the research to find out,
Right,
over there it used to be some type of right diagonal from the store behind
right.
that building over there with that old building that's been there for
Yeah,
years.
yeah, yeah,
Used to
yeah,
be some type of private club, man, like
yeah,
years in like the 20s, and you see
yeah.
black
So,
owned stuff. You know what I
and
mean?
that's all right. I'm gonna give you my future thing that I was trying to get into was some of the things to show people that it was black excellence here.
That's
Now we have it's certain things that I was talking with a few friends about, and it's some more stuff I'm gonna tell you in a minute, but I ain't ready yet because I ain't
okay.
ready to kick it yet, but kick it all the way out. But partially, we used to have people here who live like take piano lessons and really ritzy black people stuff, like real ritzy stuff that you would see on the movie. Like I seen on Spike Lee movie Mo Better Blues, like when the kid had to his mother and father like stay in here and play that horn. You feel me?
Right,
And so he
right.
became great with the horn. You feel me? Here we had that as well. We had singing teachers at Wilbur section. Like you would go to
Shout out the Wilbur
voice,
section.
yeah, voice lessons. You'll get voice lessons and you go out there and the lady be like, she'll tap the stick and be like, all right, you know what I mean? Claps, all that other stuff. Like, but it'd be beautiful stuff here that I don't hear of now. And maybe somebody is around here giving voice lessons, but it was real ritzy, black excellence, you know what I mean, type stuff that I would like to get into. And that's really what I'm shopping for at the
Right,
time. It was a lot of beautiful things right here where black
right,
people
right.
were on the up and up, a certain uppity, you know what I mean? I like it, you know what I mean? Instead of making us look crazy,
Right,
like we just crazy, schizophrenic. Fool.
right. Exactly,
You know what I mean? We're not that. Like we're not that.
exactly.
More beautiful things that I followed. I mean, and I'm younger in the world of a thing that's older from the
Right,
1920s.
right.
I'm young. Like me and you young compared to something that was around 1920 and all that
Right,
stuff.
right.
You feel me? Very young. So that's what I'm looking for too, as well, for my next thing. I want to put that out as well and help people like, yo, you had this, you come from
Right,
this.
right.
They come from a greatness in order for them to see, even if some people just have it in their wits, like I know I'm great already.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But everybody don't. A lot of people have self-esteem issues,
Right.
you know what I mean, and things like that where they don't know. They like, damn, they don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't know.
And you know, everything is word, power, and sound, insight. Like if we don't
Absolutely.
see it, you know what I mean, and that's part
Absolutely.
of the plan. You know what I mean. We have to be reminded. And I hate to do this shameless plug right now because usually I do my shameless plugs like after, but
Right.
I got to do the shameless plugs. You was talking about black excellence, and I
Yeah.
did a documentary, Jew Black 2, right?
Yes.
Jew Black 2. Y'all want to catch Jew Black 2? Well, I don't know why my thing not showing, but Jew Black 2, be sure to catch it online on my website and everything like that. But in that documentary, I go into the history of film, and we
Yeah.
had a film before Universal, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the guy was like, this film was used
Right.
to show black excellence. That's
Right.
what it was really for. They was used that to project a certain image for us because
Right.
other people were trying to counter that. So it was used to counter the image that the industry was trying to project.
Right.
You know what I mean? So as now, you would never think that now. You know what I mean? Everybody can't wait to be a coon. I hate to say
Right. Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Right. Nah, you're right. Yeah. They're ready to sell out fast. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Ready for that. Yeah.
Real
Yeah. But
talk.
they need certain historic platforms like that for you to put that out. Yeah, you should forward that. You know what I mean? Forward and put it out. I'll even share it. Share.
Okay.
What is it on Amazon?
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I'll definitely send a link and everything too. And I'll put it a
Right.
little slide in here.
All right.
But yeah. So
Yeah.
anything you want me to lead up and ask?
I don't. I mean, it's nothing that I can think of in particular. You just hit me. This one was kind of a question you just hit me with. Like that, she smacked me in the back of the head. Not in general. Like in general, music. I know music. I kind of want to get on that. Like I was to mention Dr. Umar. He the one who said, "Yo, one of Black people's most biggest export is music." So that's what I really want to.
Okay.
Be in that lane. Like I want to
Yeah.
in the world. You feel me?
Right.
So I want to, even if I record people, we want to keep pushing people as much as we can because that's our export to the world.
Man, that's our export. But do you know we don't own hip hop, right?
We don't. I mean, in the heart we got to. In the heart we have to, but on paper we might not own. We might not own a lot of things on paper, but on you can't take what a person been through. Like it's just like what me and you would have been through. You can't take it and just and use that. Like you can't extract that from us. You feel me? We done been through a certain thing. So
Dramatic, you don't have the answers, Dramatic. They killing our babies. This is toxic.
That's
it's
right.
Toxic.
I know it is, but
all of us could have been a Jay-Z, but you know what? We didn't have the money to back that shit. This is toxic though. So where are we going with this?
His is money and deals that he made. Mainly, his lyrics are built from a certain time. He come from a certain faction. He come from a certain time, and I know it's other stuff that people would get into because I had conversations on it. But where he coming from is like the epitome of, you know what I mean? He's coming from the epitome of like, I'm gonna just put it like this. If you ever seen like what's the spot down there that they used to get like leather coats and all them Adidas and all that stuff from right downtown, like Canal Street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have
Canal
something.
Street.
And you gotta see where these people at. These guys is rhyming Nas and all that. They're intellectuals, but where these people come from is like some of the hardest situations. You feel me?
Right.
From the 80s and all that, 70s, 80s. These are some of the hardest situations. So when you see two people squeak out of that, that's the birth of all that compressed hard time that was going on then.
Right. I agree.
So that's why I'm like, yo, you're not gonna see him like he's rare. He's a rarity. Jay-Z is a rarity. Nas is a rarity. You know what I mean? And I only mention them two because they kind of at a certain height in people's mind. You know what I mean? Up until this time, it's others who went far beyond. Even Will Smith. Like these guys come from a city that was super suppressed. So that's why I'm like, yo, if me and you make a song, you can't extract that out of our DNA. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So you can't own it. You can't own it. You can extract that part out of our DNA. You feel me? And me and you, our DNA done seen some stuff.
Facts.
Some people can handle it, and it was born for us to see that. You feel me? That's something from the Most High. Like that's something.
Right. How do we get back to us benefiting from it though? How do we get back to us setting the standard? And the example of what is hip hop and what isn't, or are we going to ever get back to that?
All right. Well, it's forward now. It's forward. It's not the same hip hop like everybody would expect because it's been changes down from long time ago. It's been a lot of changes. You know what I mean? What Melly Mel been through, we couldn't imagine. You know what I mean? What some of them guys, Kumo did, whatever. You know what I mean? The education they added on to what they've been through is they couldn't imagine. So you got to double that times the generation it is now. You got to that on top of that on top of that. You know what I mean? His lifestyle, his knowledge is almost like the Incredible Hulk on super steroids. He already big, but he on super steroids. So that's where the time went. The time is, and how to get that it probably won't go back. You just got to know how to not focus when you direct it. You got to know how to direct the energy. Now we should be really
Pivot, yeah.
direct the energy better.
Mm-hmm.
We should be really ill with direct the energy, almost on some Star Wars, like, yo, you know how Iceman and Spider-Man throw that stuff out their palms and all that. We should be almost on some, and some people kind of that sharp, like, but we just don't see them much. But we should be on some things where we direct an energy more sharply.
Right.
So that's the main thing. It ain't even just the finance. It's that as well, but it's more of, because it's more computer now. So you you know what I mean? You change direction, and they made it harder for you to change the energy through the percentages they give you on computer. They can't give you as much as you sold on an album. You get what I'm saying? So it all play a part. Like, it's harder. Like, you'd be like, all right, I'm gonna throw this web, but that shit is hard, because the computer world, you gotta sell X amount of streams to get
exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? It's really directing. Once you direct your energy right, any artist, if they direct it, if they have a somebody is being born or is born right now who's that superhero with directing energy, or they're gonna have it soon. They're gonna have that baby, and it's gonna come forward, and it's gonna be you know what I mean? So we either seen it or we about to see it.
Right. Well, I'll drop a seed because I promote ownership, right? And a lot of us, especially older, some of our older cats, right? And I knew people, I don't know how they think, but a lot of us, we use the industry as our measure, right? And we say, I'm trying to get signed and shit.
Right.
I'm so over that, like, especially when I've been out here long enough to know that we are the industry. You feel me? You could do something on your own. Right. So I would submit to everybody from the town, all those heads, stop chasing the deal. First of all, you feel me? And all the heads, all the people that's got something, I'm talking about officials.
Right.
Let's do a compilation project. Right. You feel me? You under your production. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're the one that's doing some stuff, and let's make it about something. You feel me? And then all those people could put money into this project, and now that's ownership, and you can let this fly. Do a project now. That's opening up the door for probably a documentary about Trenton. We ain't got to wait for nobody to die to do this. We can do this ourselves.
You're right.
You feel me?
That's something that I want to do as well. I wanted to just bring some qualified musicians and do a whole set, like a weekend set, like how they would do. I don't know if you know about it's a reggae thing that they have in Sacramento in the somewhere in like one of the big woods, like some big park or something. But they have it every year, but they have a whole bunch of stuff going on in there. Something like that. I wanted to do it here, but I don't know how to I had to see how the law is set. But I kind of thought of something like that. But yeah, we should put something together like a comp. You feel me?
Absolutely. Especially if you get a product, though. Like, having that would be a product. You know what I mean? And in fact, that's how Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, that's how when they linked up with Profile Records was their mother company. And then their mother company was MCA. But Profile, them two white dudes, they ended up doing a compilation. And they had different artists under the Uptown crew. You feel me? And that's how those white boys got their money. You feel me? Really, to do other stuff. You know what I mean? I did a little show about that, but I'm down with it, man. Take the lead on it and let's put it out there. You feel me? That's what you want, and bring those people to your show and make that happen. Shit.
We could do that. I mean, I as long as you know what I mean, you running with me, we could go in there. We go on there. You know what I mean?
I'm with you. You know, I'm following you, man. I follow you. I'm with you. For real. I mean? And I support you 100%. And I want to let you know I see you, and it's been that's what I wanted to do, just to hold you up. And 50 years from now, this gonna be on the internet still.
Absolutely.
Feel me? Yes, and they're gonna pull the dust settle. They're gonna see where you stood, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yes.
You feel me?
You're making history right now, and that's a part of what I like to do. Make history.
Real talk.
Dope history. You feel me?
Right.
Dope history. So yeah, it's a blessing, man.
You want to get some shout outs, man, before we bail up?
rest in peace to DJ Ox. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to my mother, my father. You know what I mean? Shout out my brother Paul, Sheem Rue. You know what I mean? Tim, Sweet Charity. Who else? It's probably a whole host. You know what I mean?
Right.
My homie Derek. Who else? 45. K. Shaw. Terrence. Who else? Who? NATO G. You know what I mean? Who else? That's probably it right now that I could think
I feel
of.
you.
I mean, Don Black, what's good?
Shout out to Don. That's what's up.
You know what I mean? My man Phil, Lyndon, Kenny Steele, you know what I mean? Rule of Law, you know what I mean? Hanif Allah, you know what I mean? A couple other guys. I'm trying to think. My man G, rest in peace, his little brother G, Shell, who else? Other Shell. Yeah, so I'm gonna go on and on, you know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Alicia, you know what I mean? Olivia, you know what I mean? So I'm good with that. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Damien,
nigga.
shout out my cousin Damien in England too. So
shout out Damien. Yo, that's a lot of people. You know what? If everybody put up a yard, that's a nice project right there. You
ain't
feel me?
Ain't it something, right?
Word up. You got mine.
Yeah.
For real. And shout out to all that analog you got back there. I see
all this and all. Look, that's crazy because I got all this, and what break it down is just a little computer. Even sometimes, even my phone, a small computer. I'm like, yo, all this for nothing, but it just went through the time, so I kind of kept it. Unless, you know what I mean? I kind of just kept it. I'm not trying to really sell it, but.
Yeah, shit, if it worked, definitely don't sell it because the computer, that is definitely a compressed sound.
Absolutely.
And it's not the real deal. And it's not the right frequency. That shit is not analog.
Yeah,
you
it's
feel
not
me?
Analog, man. So, you know, I kept him through certain times he followed me, you know.
Because years from now, you could do an analog record, man. That shit, that shit'll go.
It will, won't it?
Hell yeah. That'll be the promo. That'll be the aim to promote. It's analog.
Right. It's maybe time for it now, but
yeah.
I mean, I still like I said, if you have music, I still do functions. I still do like functions. Y'all can send the music to winstondramatic@yahoo.com.
Word, okay.
I mean, really I'm looking for new material from people who not scared to rock the scene, you know what I mean? Show their gifts and their spirit. And like I said, their energy, dope energy directed. You feel me? Direct that dope energy. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I ain't saying too much.
Well, y'all hear it, y'all see it. You can find out more at the WDS show with music, politics, business, and sports on DJ Dramatic, Winston Dramatic show, y'all. Make sure y'all check out the brother, man.
Yeah,
real talk, and hit the bell for notifications. Y'all know we got life happens.
Yeah,
so you know what I'm saying? We gotta help and support each other, y'all. We are the change that we're waiting for. So let's make it happen, man.
I mean, y'all make sure y'all check her shows out too, man.
Yeah. Man, listen, I'll be promoting so much. I'm going to be putting it in people's face. Like, here, you better come check it out. And also, you can check it out later. Just go check it out. You don't always have to be live with somebody, you know?
That's right.
So, and just build it. It'll happen. You know what I'm saying? Everything going to keep coming. Because I do this for me because it's in my heart. I got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Well, man, I love you. I ain't going to hold you no more. I appreciate you hanging out with me, man.
Yes, love you as well. Thank you for your dope spirit, man.
No doubt, man.
Spirit, that energy. Remember, once you spit, you learn how to Iceman that energy, like you spit it from here,
That's what's up.
Across the world. Much love.
Real talk. And I'll be back to see you when I come back to the East Coast. I'm gonna touch down, so it won't be that long again this time.
Yeah, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna get on the screen and just pose for him.
Word, that's what it's gonna be.
We're gonna pose for him.
Word up.
We'll talk. You know what I mean? Make some dope shit.
All right, man. That's what's up. Yes, sir.
All right, much love.
Right, bro. Peace.
All right, peace. All right.
Can you hear me? Mic check. What y'all think? Y'all enjoyed the show? I enjoyed the show. I'm over here eating some fruit. It look kind of green, don't it? I enjoyed the show. I had fun. I gotta have him on the show again because he has so many things going on, y'all. And if you go to his Facebook, Dramatic Man, he's quite the chef. Make sure you check him out. He's an entrepreneur in his spirit. A lot of people, I noticed that since I've been interviewing them, and when I ask the question about where does this start, where does it come from, they often say, my parent, my great grandma, my grandma, my family. So that's why it's so important, guys, for us to start now to do these things, and so the younger generation can see us do it. Because we're dwindling away with the work. Remember, I always say you can't pass the job down to your child, and you can work a job and and still be independent. So let me just cover a few things. I just want to say I am from Trenton. I think I had a mistake in here where I said I'm not from Trenton. I didn't get a chance to do as much editing as I wanted to do. It was kind of late, like I said in the beginning of the show. Rendering was a problem. So basically, like I said, this show, we covered a few things about entrepreneurship and independence, and you got to be the one to decide. I promote independence a lot. You can work for a company, but I encourage people to also go and own the damn thing. You feel me? Own your own stuff too. Oh yeah, I told you I didn't get any dips. So another thing, let me say one more note. I ain't gonna hold you. Avant Williams. He is a young guy. He's just starting college. He started a business called Blessings Loading, and hopefully I can get him on the show. I think I got a confirmation for his interview, and he can tell y'all about a new business, a new company he just started. This guy's a young guy, just started college. All right, quite the ball player too. And that'll be either next week, or I might just do the show and pop it up this week. I don't know. Ideally, I'm trying to keep my shows to once a week, but give you something every day. You feel me? And next week, again on the show, Avant will be on the next show. I will be covering how to take the first leap, how to take that initiative, that leap to start your show. All right, and then we'll have Avant. Maybe he could share how he took that leap. Okay, like I said, he's a young guy in the business. So shout out to Avant. I'm looking forward to having him on the show. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. It's your girl FrankieBabyFantastic, and I'm going to sign off in a bit. Remember to like and subscribe, because I'm not regular right now. I'm gonna get a little more regular. I'm talking about shows. I'm not talking about bathroom. I'm going to, like I said, be once a week with the entrepreneurial show. But every day I'm going to bring you something. And please like and subscribe. If you hadn't got a chance, go ahead and check out. Oh, I'm going to give you something free in a second too. We about to sign off, but hang around for this free giveaway. If you want, you can always buy me coffee. You feel me? Show your support. You can show your support for free by hitting the like button, subscribe, or share button. That would be a great help to me. The documentary, I don't know why this photo isn't showing, but Jew Black 2 is on Amazon. I also have the Color Your Success is also on Amazon. And in my book Influence Me, it's been doing quite well. I'm kind of proud of that book. That's on Amazon as well. And the website, FrankieBabyFantastic. Your freebie. Here, I'm gonna leave this up here. Put your phone up to this here thing. Scan that. Okay, that's a free giveaway. It's an actual motivational book I put together. Just some things to conjure up that entrepreneurial spirit. When we tell ourselves, we got to constantly tell ourselves, yo, I'm dope. Yo, I could do this. I'm the best barber in the world. Yo, I'm about to cut 20,000 heads today. Like certain things, they're mantras. They're like, it ain't ego for you to think you dope and actually say those words. You feel me? Those are affirmations. Because every day you telling yourself, man, I don't know, I can't do this. In your mind, you telling yourself, man, I can't do this. Oh man, I ain't ready for this. Or you're giving yourself the wrong affirmations. So I challenge you to give yourself the right and be deliberate about your affirmations. And here's a book that you can get to get yourself started with that. All right. And that being said, whatever you do, I was backwards with it. I was supposed to say, it's your girl, FrankieBabyFantastic. And whatever, ever you do, make it fantastic. Deuces. Wait, deuces. All right, I'll see y'all in the next show. Hit the bell so you get your notifications. All right, thanks for hanging out.